Tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. Mobile World Congress 2016 began the other day, and Samsung and LG both released new flagship phones under their respective brands. Samsung with the S7 and S7 Edge, and LG with the G5. Let's do a rundown on specs. The S7 and S7 Edge both house 1440p Super AMOLED displays. The S7 has a 5.1-inch display, S7 Edge 5.5-inch. The LG G5 has a 5.3-inch IPS LCD display, also at 1440p. All three phones run on a Snapdragon 820 processor, an Adreno 530 GPU, and 4 gigs of RAM. I heard the S7 and S7 Edge are only using the Snapdragon 820 in the States. Correct me if I'm wrong. The S7 and S7 Edge both have 12 megapixel rear cameras with OIS. The G5 will be sporting two rear cameras, one 16 megapixel rear camera and one 8 megapixel wide angle lens camera. Word is the G5 shooter has OIS, but is it for the 16 megapixel camera or the 8 megapixel camera, or is it for both? As far as battery capacity, the S7 will have a 3000 mAh battery, the S7 Edge will have a huge 3600 mAh battery, and the G5 will have a 2800 mAh battery that's removable at the bottom. The S7 and S7 Edge both charge wirelessly, but what's a bummer for me is these phones are still using the standard micro USB, and I can't figure out if it's coming with Quick Charge 2.0 or Quick Charge 3.0. If we're talking 2.0, the phone should charge from 0 to 60% in 30 minutes. If it's 3.0, 0 to 80% in 35 minutes. The G5, on the other hand, is using the new USB Type-C connector with Quick Charge 3.0. Samsung, for a flagship phone, this should have been standard. USB Type-C will give the G5 a reversible connector and most likely the fastest charging on a phone to date. All three phones start at 32 gigs of storage. I'm not sure what capacities are offered after that. I'm assuming all will have 64 gig variants and possibly 128. All three have micro SD slots for expandable storage. All three phones have one single speaker at the bottom, which is always a big disappointment for me. The S7 and S7 Edge are IP68 certified water resistant, the G5 is not. All three have fingerprint readers, the S7 and S7 Edge on the front like an iPhone, the G5 on the back like the Nexus 5X or 6P. And if I'm looking at this right, all three will be running Marshmallow 6.0, which automatically puts all three phones behind the Nexus that are running 6.0.1. Pre-orders for the S7 and S7 Edge came out today. I was initially trying to pre-order mine at Best Buy, but they don't sell a T-Mobile variant. So I ordered a 32 gig S7 Edge in titanium silver at T-Mobile's website for $779.99. And after $79.95 in tax, we're talking $859.94 total. Here's what I'm most excited about the S7 Edge. Number one, the display. Now, I'm no display expert, but I'll be happy to compare this display with the other flagship phones that I own. Number two, the camera. Now, this phone will probably have the best camera on the market. I'm excited for that. And number three, the battery. 3600 milliamp hours. That's huge. Huge! You know I'll be doing a battery test. I almost forgot, the G5's expected release date is sometime in April of 2016.